popular Nigerian blogger Ibrahim Salau recently shared a video online on his Instagram page showing how he was harassed by a security man at a popular restaurant in Lagos for filming the food available for sale as he made his order. However, the head of the Public Complaints Rapid Response Unit of the Nigerian Police Force, Abayo Mishogunle, also took to his Twitter handle saying, "It is wrong to enter an eatery and start taking photos or videos of their food." Now, what are your thoughts on this? I'd like to start with Tokwe because you're always taking pictures.
As in, I totally had issues with Abayo Mishogule's statements.
Really?
I totally had issues with the police
enter somebody's
tweeting. And I understand that you have 140 characters in your tweets, allowed per tweet, but you could have done part 1, part 2, part 3 to explain where in the laws it was stated, to explain if it was informed. Because I've traveled to developed countries and you will see no cameras allowed. No. Was there at any point, and I've been to this particular restaurant I'm talking about, there's no place that they indicated no cameras allowed. So if I have seen that there was no camera allowed, I would have said that I would have kept my phone to myself. But the man made a live video that this food is salivating, is a marketing for the company because it was
they don't want.
It was celebrated for the food and that it was taking so long to get him to where the food is.
Okay.
And then you now come and you harass him. And also the model of snatching his phone from him, perusing through the phone to find where the picture was and try to delete it. Please.
Okay, hold on. You were not there, so that was his account.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've been to developed countries where there's basically no sign to say, do not use cameras here. And you get into the mall and you want to pick something and say, no cameras allowed. You respect them. If you had taken your food, sit on your table and take a video or a picture of your own food, is different. You went to the place, and you're doing a video without permission. They don't care if you're doing adverts for them. You don't even know their adverts arrangements with another company. So you can't just come and say it's
disrespectful.
It's my private. Yeah, it is. It's their restaurant. They don't want your videos. They don't want you to take personal videos.
I'm in between both of you because you have a good point, BC, right? Okay. And Tokwe has a fantastic point. But regardless of what one has done, you must treat me humanely. That's all I ask. Okay. So if somebody has violated a law, there's no ignorance in law. So he violated a law he didn't know. Okay. Tell him and then do the right thing. If he warrants an arrest, arrest him, but do not harass him.
You were not there.
No, it was a live video.
It was it was showing.
Yes,
in the video.
The video was live, and that was why they couldn't delete it from his phone because it went live immediately. Everybody could watch what was going on when it was happening. So you had the phone being passed from one person to the other. The security man now went to call the attached officer, the police officer, Mopo, outside. That one came in and they were grabbing the phone and saying, "Where is the picture? Where is the picture?" On somebody else's phone.
Okay. I will still insist on where in that restaurant was it written that he cannot take pictures.
It mustn't be written.
That's one. And another thing is that where is the right to privacy? Your phone is your private property.
But he's a blogger.
Also
he's a blogger. He's a blogger. He works with his phone, so he could have come there to get information. Okay. So we shouldn't forget about that. He's a blogger, so he can't tell me it's a private property. He can work with his phone.
So this story reminds me of the Okada man that I spoke about yesterday. Till today, I still do not have facts, so I will not mention names. I'll just tell the story. In the video, the police officer was telling him to frog jump, and he was frog jumping. I don't know what the conversation was because we couldn't hear audio. He cocked his gun.
What?
At that point, the Okada man wanted to run away, right? The policeman ran after him. An oncoming SUV trying to brake hit the man.
The policeman or
the Okada man. He jumped on, he fell on the bonnet and was pushed forward and fell on the floor. The policeman knew what had happened and ran to, pick him up. At that time, the guy wasn't dead because he still moved his hand. Now, so let us say that this man committed a big offense. Okay. That's not how to treat a human being.
Yes. So there's obviously those are the two issues here. Yes. Let's take this call from Lawal. Lawal, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, thanks for calling.
Yeah. With your conversations, I think it is idea that you are hiding things. When public areas, or like as you people are talking now, like eatery, it's a public thing. It's a public area. I think everybody it's free to take any pictures or use your camera. You know, if you go to industry now, you can see industry, you can regard industries as private area because it's not everybody that can have entry into those areas. I've worked in industry. Even some things that happen in those industries, if you are even taking those food that produced by those factories, in fact, you not even feel happy to eat it. But because public are not having the what you call it, permission to enter those areas. So you may not know what is happening, the way they produce what you are, how they process their food.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Point
so
taken.
Back to the police officer Abayomi Shogule, and this drawing inference from what the story Jumoke shared, which is a video I watched, very pathetic, and how this guy, the blogger, was treated. Is what's the police protocol on how to deal with situations like this? So if somebody has committed a crime,
how do you handle the person?
Is it frog jumping? Do you understand? Should you cock the gun out of whatever reason? Should you manhandle somebody, even if the person has committed a crime? This should be clearly stated so that the Nigerian citizen knows that you have control. This what you're doing is beyond your power.
Yeah.
You're infringing on my personal right, and I know my right, but we're not publicizing it. And I know that the IG is doing a lot in terms of trying to sensitize the police officers, weed out the bad guys from there. But everybody needs to be aware so that we can hold them accountable when they do something.
I also want to suggest that the police officers, security agencies and all of that, they need to train their people. They are not good with customer service. You are handling people. They really do not know how to handle people. My friend one day was walking on the road and the police just stopped him and said, "You look like a Yahoo boy." Yes. I said, "Let me have your phone." And he said, "You can't have my phone. Why are you asking for my phone? I'm not driving. I'm not in any car." He said, "The gold you are wearing, you look like a Yahoo. Let me have your phone."
Are you for real?
In fact, you know what? Enter the car.
I think this
Enter the car. So I think they need to be trained on how to handle people.
Yes.
We as well should know our
All right.
rights.
Let me take this call from Benga. Benga, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, fine. I don't understand what you mean by privacy. He went into a restaurant. He was filming with his phone. On that video, there are other pictures of other people on it. He has infringed the rights of other people as well.
Yeah.
He cannot do things like that. You don't do things like that. Before you take pictures, you take permission.
Yes.
We are not infringing on his own right. He's the one infringing on other people's rights. What if I was there in that restaurant and I don't want people to know that I'm there and he's taking the video and it actually goes viral later?
Right.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are different angles. You're right.
What is wrong?
Very correct.
Thank you.
Yes,
But
Esther.
I would like to take his question because he asked a lot of questions while he was posting this. He said, "We had the Mopo right to check my phone, my private property, looking for pictures I took." He had other questions he asked. He said, while making a live video, which is posted anyway, the Mopo grabbed my phone, almost broke it while wrestling it from me. Is this right?
Okay.
He asked another question.
Address the issue of
So I want to address the issues. Tokwe asked the question, I was going to respond also, that what's the protocol? So when someone has committed an offense, you come to them and tell them what the offense is, you tell them their rights, and you tell them that you're taking them to the police station. Okay. That's the protocol. Is when you get to police station that you're looking for evidence, that you can now say, may I see your phone? Show me the pictures. You grabbing somebody's phone or meeting them on the road and saying you look like Yahoo is an harassment.
Yeah.
Them going through his phone is also harassment. They have no rights to do it. You have to politely ask him.
But
and you do it at a police station.
There's a phrase they use, probable cause. I have probable cause to come to me. So if I feel as if you're over blinged up, as a police officer, shouldn't I have the right to at least ask, okay, where do you work? Where are you coming from? That's
ask. That's why they even say to all Nigerian citizens to carry ID cards when you're working. So identify yourself. Or guy, you're wearing gold.
So the issue.
So is it a crime to wear gold?
I don't understand. Another part is there is profiling, and we know that they are trained to profile so as to reduce crime rate, so that you can see somebody and say this person might be, but what if the person isn't? And the issue is people don't feel this trust for the officers, so they are a bit on the defensive when they are asked a question, because we feel like all you want is money, and I don't have the money to bribe you today, and so we need to change that part.
Let's see some tweets, please.
Sweeter Man says he has no point to take pictures because it is not his food. He can only snap his own food.
Beautiful.
Sweeter Man again says, okay, repeating what he said before, Osamagbe Enabu Lele says the police act inhumane to other citizens who are helpless, and that shouldn't be. Mestro says the way the Nigerian police harass people is bad. No matter the offense of the blogger, it should be treated first as human. Right, Omolaja Olatunji says, that's totally wrong. You need to first respect the privacy of the restaurant before yours is respected. Yeah. The issues are sacrosanct.
Banky Onemola says, if you must take selfies, you must take permission or be sure that you can take pictures without problem.
Okay, we have to round up now. But I think generally, both sides, the idea is that privacy is important of the rest of the person and also the restaurant. I think this will serve as a learning curve for a lot of restaurants that put up that signage that says no cameras. So people know, because people are there, people are selfieing all the way now. And people need to know that, listen, you need to put some kind of control in these pictures. All right, let's take a break now. We'll come back. Our celebrity guest takes the couch. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Boom, can I? Dance down there, Baba, veteran. Yo, yo. You ready, girl? So, love man, taste it. Hey! Get my sound, get my sound. Cause you find like a matcha.
Wow, thanks for staying with us. Daria Fasasi, popularly known as Baba D, is a multi-talented actor, songwriter, and a dance hall artist. He is one of the pioneer video directors that revolutionized the Nigerian music video industry. He has won several awards. Welcome to the show, Baba D. First of all, I have to ask you, that your music video, is it Nigeria or outside? Because I will send the Minister of Information.
This is Nigeria, actually.
Really?
Yeah, this is Lagos, actually.
For real? Yeah. Wow, that's nice. I was seeing all the nice, and I'm wondering, which country, South African country is this one?
No, this
good,
is Lagos.
Good to have you. So how you doing?
I'm very good. It's good to be surrounded by different shades of beautiful.
Okay, so Babadi, we've had you on the show before. So what have you been doing since the last time that we saw you? Over 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
it was a red couch.
Yeah, yeah. Transformation. I released my movie, Head Gone.
Yes.
Yeah, and we did a couple of festivals outside Nigeria, within Nigeria. We did the whole cinema thingy. And yeah, so that's about it.
So I know that you studied theatre arts. And I understand.
I want to UI.
I want to UI. So, and I understand that you went into music, but you always kept to the acting part.
Yeah.
Since we've had it before, we know that what you've been doing. So, what were the challenges you faced producing Head Gone? It was star-studded. Yes. And what are your plans producing another movie? All
right. In the next 2 months, I'm going to hit the location again for the next movie, using the same templates and same starting, but you can tell from the kind of story we tell. That's why I made round in a lot of festivals. Mental health issue from a third world country.
Right.
Yeah. And I can remember a particular incident in New York Film Festival. A white lady that's been in the mental institution in America for about 27 years. She got up during the Viva and held my hand. I was like, this is the most touching thing I've ever seen. And then she went on to explain to me how the American mental health system failed and collapsed. Because it just turned out, when you see people in New York, a lot of homeless people. They're not just homeless. Most of them are mental cases because they close down all the public health institutions on mental cases and they let the people go. That is so for a third world country. She was like comparing notes that for a third world country like Nigeria, that this is going on, this is going on. Don't think it's all sunshine around here. Look at what happened this year. I worked there. I was a mental health nurse and everything. So this is very
that movie was very profound. Yeah. How do you get your script right? Did you write the script or did you get a script right? How did the story come about? It starts
with a funny idea and like what if, and then the theater aspect of it, being a properly trained actor, then scripting and calling all our colleagues.
So it's all you?
No, not all me. A senior colleague of mine, Solomon Eguanre, for many years, actually wrote it and is writing the new one too, but based on the premise I create.
Right.
I would like to digress a little bit that today is World Literacy Day, and knowing that you actually studied well, you have your master's degree. What's the place of, will you advise an upcoming artist going to the entertainment industry to actually go to school and forward and do all the things? And what was your educational background? How did it affect your own career right now?
All right, nice question. I've always tried to, the ones under me and everybody is like, the education is basic. You just have to get it. If not, you'll be stuck at the point in life. Like, if you do music, what happens? You can never do music forever. I've never seen anybody, even the
quick one, there are two sides to that story. So there's some people that say, if you found your passion, run with it,
stick to it,
blow. You can go back and do studying alongside. But like if you go and study, you might come out and you're too old to explore all yourself. That you can. Because people like celebrities are coming from like 16, 17 and they are breaking.
Whiskey, Davido, no school. You know, the school will catch up later.
The school will catch up later. But this is how it works for me. As a human being, you have to be about something. If you're singing and dancing, what happens to the other aspect of you? Like what I'll mention right now, I see a lot of celebrities going back to film schools.
Very
right
true.
Now, you understand? Because it's a plan B. Oh, let me go to film school and maybe I can direct or maybe I can do that. I mean, it's not like I don't have to tell anybody. I mean, our journeys in life is very different. But if I'm going to raise my kids, you go to school.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question I asked you over 2 years ago, and it's still very relevant. That we knew you and your music, but you did not blow until you encouraged your brother Sound Sultan, and he blew under you, you know, and you had to go abroad for many years, you know, before you came back, and your music has changed. Tell us the journey.
Well, at this point in time, I'm working on the 8th album right now, and I'm dropping the first single in about 2 weeks. Okay. I have to put that in. At this point in time, I've come to a point in my own life that whatever I say now has to make sense. Yeah, so there was a block, there was an artistic block for about 2 years, and then I was doing the movie. Because right now you have to be, I feel I have to be held accountable for anything I say. I've grown to a point now that I know that. So there's less, I mean, you have to make point with the music. You have to say things that...
You must make sense.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And then you have to deal with issues that people can relate with.
And that's why I'm asking now that in the industry already, how do you see the Nigerian singers? That are they really aligning to the things that are really happening in the country, or they're singing away from it?
Or they just want to make us happy. Let's pop champagne.
Well, let's put that, let's leave Nigerian musicians and talk about everybody individually as a human being. Are we addressing that as a people? Nigeria is at the all-time worst state in anybody can ever. Right now, the divide is so thick you can cut it with a knife. Our ethnic divide, our individual problems. I mean, you feel somehow just being a Nigerian right now. But where the art imitates life is where the artists start doing. I feel like the artist owes a social responsibility to the people. That's, I'm speaking for myself. We owe it to ourselves right now to try and conscientize the people, to try and say positive things and uplift the people.
So in that vein, because I watched the documentary about Rwanda and how the media was used to impute negativity so much in the minds of people, and how this same media was used to impute unity in the minds of the people. So as media people, as musicians, as artists, we are powerful because we can subtly influence people's minds.
Not subtle.
Subtly.
Not subtle, because what we say and what we do have a direct impact. very, very direct impact on everything around us. I swear down. I swear that has a lot. Like I was discussing this about one of my colleagues that we always place like this, that being a symbol of this and saying things and singing and praising Yahoo boys. I felt it was heartbreaking for me.
May I go political with you? Because the last time you were here, you mentioned at the time, it was just before the elections, and you were very much in support of President Buhari. You said, forget the age, Jumoke. What's your stance today, 2 years after?
Well, Jumoke, you know me, I tell you as it is.
Go ahead.
Right? I'm one of the Nigerians that have been disappointed by the president's, not his stand, but the ill health that affected everything that he stood for. If I'm to vary, I talk for my industry, entertainment industry. For the first time, the entertainment industry is looking like something that we can actually get it right. There's bust on piracy. There's now emphasis on things that will bring growth.
Tax holiday,
things that can actually bring growth. Now I'm expecting the practitioners to actually come in right now at this point, and everybody to come out and say, yes, this is a move in the right direction. But because of the divide, some people are like,
But would you say that's the fault of the presidency?
It's not the fault. I'm saying I'm disappointed by the health issue that the president had, which is not under his control. But if you're still talking about where we're coming from and where we are right now, I stand bold to say that it's looking like we're going to get it right in my own field, entertainment, and I can also speak for a lot of other sectors. So it's not longer, it's just 2 years. Let's still support.
Okay. All right, we know you're obviously a veteran in the industry, and we know you mentor young people. Now, what would you say is the direction young people should go, especially as we go, yes, let's leave the political angle, but entertainment, the industry, where are we taking this industry to? Because the entertainment industry has obviously done a huge job in getting everybody together. But it's time to go to the next phase. What would you say is the next phase? How would we get people there? And what exactly is the direct direction towards that next phase?
Unfortunately, this goes beyond the individual, and we're still going to put it on the doorstep of the government, creating the right and enabling environment. There's some that just individuals can do. If you create the right environment, then people can take off. The Nigerian entrepreneurial spirit is high right now, and there's entertainment entrepreneurship too in entertainment. There are lots of other fields that I'm doing a show on the 1st of October with the Lagos State government. It's called Lagos Urban Music Festival at the Freedom Park. I have to put that in again. At the Freedom Park, and that is an angle in entertainment. You don't have to be there. We're going to be employing a lot of people. There are going to be stage managers, musicians, ticketing people, and all that, you know. So it's about entrepreneurs, the spirit of entrepreneurship. You have to look aside the music. If you're a musician, you're trying to blow, learn audio engineering first while you're at it. So you will collect all your people's money and you tell them that you're waiting. Yeah, and then if the government creates the structure, it becomes
easier. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take some phone calls and tweets. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so Esther.
I have this question for you. Your brother and you are doing well in the industry. How would you say your parents, your background actually influence what people are doing now?
Even your closeness.
My mom can knock someone's head. Yoruba mom now. No Yoruba mom. You don't know where it comes. You don't just know where it comes. It comes from anywhere. I was telling my friend about my mom just yesterday when maybe I got suspended from school. And mom came to pick me. And I was like, you know, as a boy now, you behave like nothing there happened. I got into the car. I looked at my guys like this. And I turned like,
Babadi. A few weeks ago, we had Holy Malam, you know, on the seat, and he mentioned how Funky. There are actually two malams.
Yeah,
Holy
there's
and
Funky Mala is a comedian. Holy Mala is a comedian too. More on the gospel part.
Funky Malam is the one that went to ABU, is the one we had a few weeks ago, and he mentioned how it has been difficult in the Muslim community for him because of his style of comedy and people believing that he's not representing them well. You're a devout Muslim also. I know that you do not take alcohol at all, for instance, but you're all blinged up. Police will stop you and say, Oga, we are wearing gold, you look like Yahoo man. So I'm posing the same question. How has the Muslim community accepted you as representing them? You know, the look may confuse them.
At a point in one's life, and the training I got from my parents is that I don't look for anybody's verification. That is one. Your heart is where everything is. And they see me. A lot of people at first didn't get it, but when they come close and they found out, oh, this guy actually stopped shooting to go and pray, or this guy does this and this, and they actually go out and tell people. But for me, I don't care what anybody thinks about your opinion about me, because you probably have a lot of, even a pastor or imam, you have issues that you're keeping on. So I just keep my own straight as long as I'm good with my God and I don't have any issue with anybody.
I have Abdul. Abdul, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Please, I just have a little contribution to make from one of your co-colleagues there. She made a statement when you people are going to a paper review.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, really, I'm a Northerner, co-Northerner, and I was not happy with either Jumake, I don't know what is her name.
Yes.
That by saying a Northerner, that Yoruba people are great people, Northerners are marginally, it was an insult. TVC is not Yoruba language, it's only for Yorubas. TVC works worldwide. So you know the kind of languages you use on TV screen.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Noted.
And may I correct you?
Yes,
that's not what I said.
She didn't say that.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I said was that the Yoruba leaders, Awolowo, saying to the northern leaders that educate your people, and they said they will do the Almajiri school, was what I said. Let's go personal, Babadi. So how's family life, madam? You tend to keep that away from what's happening, you know. Is it deliberate to hide your family life? You know, we see your beautiful son, you know, once in a while on social media. How's family?
That's not part of what I signed for. That's a separate life. If you yeah, and I don't have to drag them into whatever I do. You understand? That's how I've been able to, and it's been working for me, and I'll keep it.
How many wives do you have?
I'm not talking about it. I don't know anything.
That's cool. We've seen a lot of marriages go through crisis, especially when your life is in the limelight. So would accept respect that.
As long as I'm happy with myself, I don't have to bring anything out there for people to devour.
But the fact that you are not putting your family outside, would that not give signals to young ladies to think you're available and I can try my luck?
When you see a grand, you've been seeing Babadi for maybe 25 years or thereabouts, done TV shows, done presenting and everything, and you know that I'm married. I don't hide that fact, but I don't have to throw all that out there, and that's separate. Maybe
Babadi,
they are in Europe.
Why? I don't.
Why?
There can be a 16-year-old girl that does not know that you have been in the industry for 25 years. You are not wearing a wedding ring. And then girls come at men these days, and she just likes you and she wants to buy you a drink and follow you. How will she know you are married?
How will she follow me if I make myself available?
It takes two to tango, right? Yeah. Let's take Emanuela's call. Emanuela, are you there? I'm sorry for keeping you. Let's see some tweets.
Okay. Dan Chris says, well done, Babadi, for keeping it real and being positive. Sweeter Man says, please ask Babadi about his take on drugs. Must every artist use drugs for motivation
and inspiration?
Please answer that, sir.
Hey, oh, wow. Presently, now, you see, there's generational lapses in these things. What is obtainable? A lot of people my age don't even know what's going on out there. There's a new epidemic in codeine, and it's very destructive, and the government itself is so ignorant about it. The Ministry of Health in particular, that you don't even understand, and it's a very worrisome thing.
You know what, you're very right, because just recently, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I was driving down, I was in traffic, and I was seeing all these young kids, maybe 16, 18-year-old kids, using the codeine, the bottle, right there, right on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Initially, I didn't understand. I thought he was taking his
It's
drug.
a social trend.
I just shocked. I just paused for a second, and I looked again, like, that is cough syrup. This boy is right, and it just drove off.
A lot of people don't know it. It's even in parties right now. And there are songs that are glorifying it that you guys don't even know. There are songs out there that they've played on radio that are glorifying it.
So what do you think
and
we can do?
People don't even know.
Because you're in the industry, you have more information about this. Yesterday, I was paying attention in the gym to music, and I realized what they were saying, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how can you be saying? How can people be dancing to this kind of song?
And you were asking to this morning, do you know the meaning of that?
Yes.
They don't. A lot of people don't know. Well, I don't want to mention songs, but I mean, if you listen to the songs, if you pay attention, you find out what the songs are glorifying and talking about. Like I say, art imitates life. If those songs keep playing, that vice becomes a trend, and when that trend it becomes accepted.
So, as a living legend, what's your role?
When people say that, I'm
so what's your role? There's a problem that you need.
What's the role? The role is this for someone like me and a whole lot of the team for this year's Lagos Urban Music Festival is Music for Social Development, and what we're trying to do right now, for me directly. Maybe I'm too vocal sometimes, but I'm so passionate about things that I feel. So I lay my voice. That's the smallest of factor you can evolve change. Just criticizing and keep telling people about this. But let me tell you something that I feel. If you don't train your children, if you don't get involved in what your children are doing, people are ODing in Nigeria and the parents don't even know what it is. They're ODing. I've seen it's a trend. It's a new trend. The drug culture in Nigeria is skyrocketing.
So parents, be aware.
Be aware. Pay attention to your children.
So you just opened a new kind of worms that we need to probably address.
We will
address that. But thank you very much for coming, sir.
Thank you.
I think we enjoyed this. Jenny, can we take some tweets, please?
There's one. Favor Ative says, "Yo, rugged boss, what's going on? You seem to have chilled off, but no matter what, you remain rugged."
I think we can close on that. Don't forget. Thank you very much again once more.
Thank you very much.
Have a fantastic day. We'll see you on Monday.